Welcome back, listeners, to another thrilling episode of the Crime Podcast. I'm your host, Jay. Today, we're diving into the dark and fascinating world of the Barker-Karpis Gang, one of the most notorious criminal organizations of the 1930s. Buckle up as we explore their origins, criminal exploits, and enduring legacy. To understand the Barker-Karpis Gang, we first need to set the scene. The 1930s were marked by economic hardships, and crime was rampant. Loss of jobs and desperation gave rise to various criminal organizations. At the forefront of this era were key figures like Barker, the infamous matriarch of crime, and Alvin Karpis, who led the gang. Let's dive into their backgrounds. Barker was seen as the heart of the gang, a fierce protector of her sons. On the other hand, Karpis was a master criminal whose intelligence and planning skills set him apart. Together, they formed the Barker-Karpis Gang, drawing in other criminals desperate for fame and fortune. Early on, they engaged in robbery and kidnapping, laying the groundwork for their infamy. Now let's get into the heart of their criminal activities. One of their trademarks was audacious bank robberies. They were not just mere thieves. They orchestrated meticulously planned heists that caught the attention of the whole nation. But it didn't stop there. They also committed high-profile kidnappings, showcasing their willingness to cross lines that others wouldn't dare. As they gained notoriety, they formed critical alliances with other criminals, establishing their influence on organized crime across the country. But with great notoriety comes great scrutiny. The FBI took notice and launched a full-scale manhunt for the gang. Special task forces were formed specifically to track Karpis and his crew as their criminal activities escalated. Eventually, Karpis was captured in 1936, marking a significant victory for law enforcement. But what about the other members? Their fates were similarly grim, facing trials that would change their lives forever. So, what was the impact of the Barker-Karpis Gang on American crime? They left a lasting mark, transforming public perceptions of crime and gangster culture. Their exploits have been romanticized in films and literature, captivating audiences for generations. Today, we still see echoes of their legacy in contemporary gangs, and their story holds lessons about crime that remain relevant. As we wrap up, let's reflect on the complex relationship between crime and society. The fascination with gangsters is enduring, and I invite you to share your thoughts on this subject. Thank you for tuning into this episode of the Crime Podcast. Don't forget to subscribe and leave your feedback. Join me next time as we explore another gripping tale from the criminal underworld. Until then, stay safe